happening, everybody? Chrispy Divine Central Mass Vapors. Hope everybody is well on this luscious Monday morning. Of course, as we all know, by the time I get this video up and running, it'll probably be next Sunday or next Monday. And of course, everything will be outdated by then, but who cares? We're going to have fun while we're here. So today we're going to have a little bit of a talk about a few different things, something that's been on my mind a little bit, and going to show off some new vape mail or some new products that I've received, also some new juice, as well as a contest, actually two contests that I'm going to be putting on, this is kind of a build up to a bigger contest that I'm hoping to get some really cool things together for this contest. So let's start for today though, okay? So first up, vaping giveaways. We've kind of talked about vaping giveaways in the past, and kind of goes hand in hand with giveaways would be like vaping groups. Are you guys a part of a lot of vaping groups? I know I am. Every other day there is a new vaping group popping up, and somebody is going to be inviting you to or adding you to this vaping group. What do you guys think about that? I mean, do you guys like being automatically automatically added to a group, and then all of a sudden you're in a group you didn't even know you joined? Or, do you prefer that? A lot of people like to be kept in the know of what's happening, and a lot of these groups are doing these big giveaways, so that's why people will add other people to the groups, okay? Now, me personally, I'm a part of more groups than I can count, and that could be kind of not the greatest thing, for the simple fact that one, somebody puts a vaping group together and there is a real big surge of new people in the group, and then it just quits. So the group ends up, plateauing at 100 people, and now you just got 100 people in one group. Only 20 of them are doing the talking, and even then there's some sort of drama that creates itself in that little environment, I think that's probably one of the biggest problems in these groups, is that, the ones that aren't adminned really well, they become just a cluster of different people's opinions and fighting about them and arguing and all that garbage. So it is important to kind of know, I guess, what you're getting yourself into. It's kind of hard sometimes because some of these groups are so locked down, you can't even see what the hell's happening in them until you're in them. So, but luckily for us, it's not hard to get out of them. And if you are like many people, there is a certain art in flouncing, okay? And if you've never heard the term flouncing, basically means when you leave a group by announcing that you're leaving it, and you're usually following it by complaining about why you're leaving the group, and then many people just stick around and wait for them to hear people talk about them. So it's kind of fun, and it's kind of played out. It depends on if that's the thing you're into. But anyway, one of the things that kind of made me want to talk about this is that there is a certain, I don't know if you want to call it like etiquette, or something when it comes to these contests. And one of the biggest things you don't want to do is you don't want to beg. Okay, you don't want to beg, and you don't want to plead or tell your sob story about what is wrong and why you need to win it, because in everybody's eyes, everybody needs to win it more than anybody else, okay? But not everybody needs to tell everybody that, Granted, there are people out there that are going through tough times, and they may need a handout or something. I hate even saying handout. They may need a hand. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to go and, tell your sob story in the middle of a group. There are plenty of websites out there for people that need help, and that people are very willing, including myself, to help if they can. It doesn't happen all the time that you can, but when you can, sometimes you're able to help out with a mod or a tank or something. Anywho, I've noticed that in a couple groups, as well as a couple, giveaway sites, there has been one in particular person who, of course, I'm not going to name, but this person has just been kind of toxic in these groups. They've been, really, going out of their way to tell their sob stories, to beg for things, and it really does become kind of aggravating. especially when you see them win time and time again, and they still continue to have the same story as they had before when they had nothing. So this morning, and I do these contests, okay? I like doing them. I should say I don't like doing them because they're a pain in the butt, because you don't win as much as you think you should or you would like to. But that's life, you know. They're still fun in the sense of it's, you know, it's something to do. But anyway, so I do these contests, and this morning I seen somebody win something that I've wanted so bad, and I just haven't had the money to pick it up yet. And the person that actually won it is somebody that has been notorious for this type of behavior and has been getting banned and stuff. Again, I'm not going to go out and name names. This isn't a witch hunt. This is just me bitching about it in like a fun way. It's so frustrating. So I'm gonna buy this thing anyway. I mean, it's gonna happen. I just haven't been able to. But man, isn't it a kick in the dick when you see something like that and you're like, oh, this person just won all this stuff, and then here they are winning something that you love and you want. And there's questions in my head if this person even vapes. Sometimes I think they just see that the contests are everywhere in the vape world, so that they've been, you know, taken advantage of. But anyway, I'm not really upset about it. It's just a fun way for me to bitch and moan. So whatever, take it however you want. Anywho, aside from that, they are pretty fun. If you guys aren't in these groups, find a good one. There's a couple really, really good groups out there, and if you can find them, they're fun, they're informative, people are helpful, and it's just a lot of fun to get involved in. But you got to be picky about it. So anyway, let's see what else is on the agenda for today. So next on the agenda is going to be a couple contest announcements that I'm going to be doing. I have a review coming up, okay? It's going to be on a new line of juice. Actually, I don't know how new they are. Again, this is all new to me. But they are a juice company that is located on the West Coast. And this is for your fruity chasers out there. You guys like fruity flavors, vibrant flavors, you know, things that really wake up the palate. These are going to be the ones that you're going to want, okay? I'm going to be giving an entire line away in 3 milligrams. That's actually a total of 5 juices. I'm going to talk about a couple of them today, just so you can get a little sneak peek of the types of flavors we're talking about, but that's going to be a lot of fun. The other one is I have a bunch of high voltage juice, okay? High voltage is a line, also very fruity flavors, and most of them, all but one I should say, they're infused with energy, or caffeine, and one of them is infused with melatonin. So they're kind of a cool, different, you know, there's a lot of new things coming out in the vaping world, like that, or CBD, or whatever I've heard the term. So that's kind of neat. So I'm going to be doing these giveaways in the next couple weeks. What you can do to get a start on this is I'm going to have everybody follow me on Instagram. You can find the link down at the bottom. If you have not already, follow me on there, and I will definitely be updating more and more on there as well. So just be on the lookout. It's going to be a cool giveaway. We're going to have a ton of stuff, like a ton of juice going out, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So until then, let's move on. I got some other things to talk about. So I got a thing in the mail today, a contest that I won. I was pretty excited about it, and I was kind of bummed about it. Tell me if you guys can relate to this. There's so many sub-ohm tanks out there, and I am a sucker for a clearomizer. So for me, when I started seeing these come out, it was like a no-brainer to start buying them. So I picked up the Atlantis. I wasn't very excited about that after a while, I should say. At first I was, but then like started coming out about the coils and whatever. We know that story. But then the sub-tank by Kangertech came out, and that was a great, great tank. And then we got the Arctic sub-tank. We have the, now the Atlantis version 2, the Delta version 2, and the Matrix, the Severus, I think it's called. There's so many of them. But one I had heard a ton about, and I didn't have one of it yet. And I kind of got to a point where I said, I'm going to stop buying these freaking sub-ohm tanks. But I won this one, so it was like, okay. And I'm telling you, I've only been rocking this thing for a little while, and I am so impressed by it, and I'm so happy for it. It is the Herakles? Sensei? Herakles? Herakles? I don't know. Herakles, whatever. It is basically like any other sub-ohm tank that you've seen on the market. They come with 0.2 to 0.6 ohm coil heads. It's all stainless steel. It's got the removable drip tips. Got nice airflow. So yeah, I mean, really, there's really nothing, you know, groundbreaking about this. However, works super good, okay? I thought I was sold on the Arctic, but as soon as I started rocking this one, not only did it take a flavor that I'm not really a fan of and made it into a flavor I'm a fan of, and two, the vapor production and the airflow is just so good. And like I said, the flavor is just amazing. But check this out. Check this out. It's 50 watts. Wow, just such a nice, pleasant vape. You know, as you know, my channel is more about just what I think about stuff, and I am so pumped for this. This is just now, I mean, I'll get back to you guys on it in a little while to see if it's still rocking as good. Plus, this is just the 0.6 ohm coil. I'd want to rock the 0.2 ohm coil to see, but shit, this thing is freaking amazing. And it's funny because I was a real big fan of the 0.2 ohm coils in the Arctic, but I didn't really care about the 0.6 ohm or the 0.5 ohm coils. And this one, it started off with the 0.6, and I freaking love it. So the coils itself are like 14 bucks for a 5-pack. At least I found them on Vapor DNA. You can pick up the tank for like 30 bucks. Like I said, I won this in a contest, which is like a-okay by me. And I actually just picked up a 5-pack of coils for cheap on a group buy. If you guys haven't already, definitely check out Brian's Badass Group Buys. I'll leave the link in the description. Such cool stuff coming through there. You know, not everything that they put out is for me, but damn, I spent a good penny on that site, and they're good deals, fast shipping. You know, with group buys, you gotta wait for the stuff to come in, but it's quickly shipped right after it comes in. You know, pricing is good, lots and lots of communication, so definitely a place to check out. I'll leave the link in the description for that. But yeah, if you're out there and you're like, which one do I get? Check out the Herakles. Why can't I say that? Herakles. Herakles? Herakles. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Check it out. It's a great, great tank. So far, so good anyway. Jesus, that's good. Anyway, so I get a little mini review on this on Instagram, more for fun than anything, but this is the Mutation XV4. If you have not seen this little bad boy in action, you should definitely check it out. It's really been one of my go-to RDAs. It's really, really easy to build on, completely like amazing airflow all throughout. It's got different options as far as being able to remove parts of it to go to single and dual, and the build deck is awesome. 5 milliliter juice well, I believe. But if you check it out just real quick, if you see the airflow there and the airflow there, it's kind of got that bottom airflow kind of like on the Freak Show, and you can actually adjust both. Now, it's kind of ghetto how you, and I mean that with love, how you control the airflow on the side. You can't like just close it up, because really how could you? But they give you these little rubber mats that you put into it. So if you want to say rock it with just the airflow on the side, you can close up the airflow on the bottom and still have the side or whatever. Or you can put one on one side, whatever. But works very well. I really love it. And if you see up here, there's that clear part. It adds on space up top. So that way, if you are running a real hot build, it adds room to cool down. Me personally, it's not because it's burning or whatever. It's just I think it looks better that way, and it works really good. Flavor for so good. I love this Mutation XV4. I picked this one up on Vapor DNA as well. It's the Project Sub-Ohm edition. I picked it up for 30 bucks, and they had a coupon code that I got off vapingcheap.com, which brought it down to like 20-something, $22 or something like that. But definitely worth the cash, and I know there's some drama behind it, and the people that first put it out, and these people in Unisig and Indulgence, whatever. It sucks that things like that have to happen, but in the same breath, you know, I didn't even know about it until like the third generation. So I'm just going to call ignorant on that one and just go for it. So with that said, let's move on. So to end this little video, I'm going to give you guys a quick little look at the Platinum Label Vapors juice that I'm going to be giving away. Like I said, I'm going to be giving the full line away in 3 milligrams. I got 5 flavors altogether. And just to give you a little look at 2 of the flavors I got in my hand here, I have Copper. Okay, the Copper is a ideal orange and complex yet euphoric combination of sweet and creamy. Okay, it's 60-40 VGPG. So this one being the orange cream, it's got such an intense orangey flavor. It's very, very, very nice on the nose. And I'll tell you what, for a fruity combination, I don't get, or with the creamy, I should say, I don't get a lot of the creamy in this, but definitely let's check it out, and, you know, we'll see what we like. Oh yeah, I gotta turn this up. It's like at a point something or other. Wow. It's such a good, nice flavor of orange. I mean, there's really not much to say about it. I mean, it hits you over the head with orange. It's got a nice, really, really nice, freshy, orangey taste to it. The cream is missing there. I don't get creamy at all, but I do think this entire line goes for that vibrant, fresh, fruity flavors. So I think the creamy doesn't necessarily have to be there. For all you custard fans, rumor has that these guys are going to be putting out a custard line. They haven't yet, but I'm definitely waiting on some of that. But yeah, this Copper one, probably out of all of them, is my favorite. I have another one here. This is Chromium. If there was another favorite, it would be this one. Let's see, Chromium. When life gives you lemons, Platinum Vapors delivers with a taste bud punch of lemonade and a hint of strawberry, blueberry, and raspberry. So there's a lot going on in this juice, okay? But let's take a smell, or I'll think. It smells so good. It almost reminds me of when you were younger and you go to like the pool that's in the block and you'd get those like, you know, like popsicles with like the different flavors in them. That's what it smells like to me, and that's what it tastes like. I'm not going to drop it on this because I already have it. I'm not going to get up to get another thing. Plus, this isn't the full-on review. This is just a little sneak peek. But I'll tell you, if, like I said, if you are into fruity flavors, this is going to be a giveaway to get in on. And I'm telling you what, 60-40 PG, it's not super thick. This can definitely be rocked in a tank. Nice in a dripper as well. It's a win-win right there. So we'll talk about this coming up. But remember, if you want to get in on it, you know, make sure you get in on it. Check out my Instagram at Central Mass Vapors. It's down below. I'll leave a link. Also, if you're looking to grab a Mutation X, that Project Sunbow edition, you can get it on Vapor DNA for around 30 bucks. Or that coupon code is still rocking at vapingcheap.com. You can check it out and get it cheaper. There's tons of places you can get it. So, I mean, obviously just Google it and you're going to find a place that buys it. But be careful that you're buying an authentic and not these clones. I don't understand why people make clones of things that are so affordable. It doesn't make any sense to me. To each their own. I'm not bashing. I'm not coming down on anybody. I don't care what you use. Just don't smoke cigarettes. But, I mean, these atomizers like this and the Doge, like they come out and they're cheap already. But yet people make them cheaper and sell them for $13. I'm like, I don't know. It just seems a little weird to me. But like I said, to each its own. But you could definitely get this one for 30 bucks anywhere. So definitely check it out. I'll be in touch with the giveaway plans. Thank you guys so much for helping me get to 500 subscribers. It's really, really cool. Check out those vaping giveaways. Have a little fun. Don't forget to join CASA and fight for your right, because no one's going to do it for us. Peace.